Hi guys, this is your boy Coach speaking, the author of Forexbrokerkiller, Mr. FBK. On the 3rd of, it's gonna be the 3rd of April this year, 3rd of April this year, I'm gonna be celebrating 4 full years of trading the foreign exchange market, 4 full years of actually being committed to one kind of job, because partially I'm a DJ, but I was not committed to that back in the days. So I'm gonna be celebrating 4 full years on the 3rd of April, right? And throughout my 4 years of trading foreign exchange, I've learned one important aspect which majority of you guys are not following even today, right? And I'm going to make an example so that it can be clear. But that one particular element which majority of you guys lack when it comes to the industry and making it in general is one important thing which is called commitment, right? You guys are not, I don't know how to put this, but you're not as committed as you should be. You're not as committed as I was back in the days. Yet still, somewhere, somehow, you kind of expect miracles to happen in your life. Yet still, you're not committed to that particular thing. I don't know, how do you expect that to happen, Now, I'm going to make an example. I'm going to start with myself. Back in the days, 2016, number one, I had to leave school. Not because I wanted to, but because I was tired of failing. And that was just not for me, right? Meaning that I did not have any guarantee that what I'm doing is going to work. Therefore, after leaving school, that simply means that I had 24 hours a day, which I can be committed to one thing, and that was trading. Throughout the whole year from 2016 to 2017, I was committed to this thing, failing over and over and over. I used to risk when I fail and then I try again, right? That used to be me. You guys didn't know that I exist by that time, majority of you guys, right? And today, I know that I have a student who has been with me for over 3 years, or 3 years actually. Yeah, basically, because FBK is 3 years old, but I have 4 years in the industry. So I have a student who has been with FBK for 3 years, and that particular student, even today, they never made any withdrawal, they never made any profit when it comes to trading, simply because they don't even know what trading is all about, meaning that they joined FBK to just sit. Now, at the same time, I have a student who joined FBK in December, last year December, just 3 months ago, not long ago, right? And that particular student has already bought a car and has over 100,000 bank balance, right? But if you can take a look, what I tell these two students basically is the same thing. I tell them, that's the new student, I'm telling them what I've been telling the old students from 3 years back till present, which is the 4th year now in my experience. I've been telling them the same thing. However, their commitments are not the same. Remember, I had to leave school so that I can focus on this thing, right? 24/7. That's why even today I've done the impossible. That's why even today when any person speaks of Forex, I'm the first person whose name comes up, I'm the most discussed trader you can ever think of. I'm not declaring myself as the best. I'm not there yet. However, I've done well for myself, and majority of you guys want to be successful in this trading industry, but you don't have the same patience as you have towards how the system treats you. I'm going to make an example, right? You don't mind going to crash, of which we all went to crash. It's not like we had a choice, You didn't mind going to your high school, which you spent probably more than 5 years, studying your high school, and you didn't mind, no, I mean primary, 5 years studying primary, then again it's going to be 5 years studying at high school, which is from grade 8 to 12, which is your matric. You didn't mind, you were patient. Why? Because the system taught you that once you get to that level of matric, therefore you can study almost anything you want to study. You can become whatever that you want to become. Therefore you were patient enough. Some of us were even privileged to go to varsity. Personally, I spent almost 5 years in varsity, right? As much as I did not achieve anything in terms of qualifications, but I've went to varsity and I've spent 5 years, right? 4 full years, and then the 5th one I quit. Therefore, I didn't mind. Just like you don't mind doing that. You're patient, very, very patient, right? And then some of you guys graduated, and then now you're working. Today you are even working. You are qualified workers and so forth, right? And sorry about that. And even today, you're working, earning whatever that you're earning, you still don't mind. You are patient with your job, you love your job, you are happy where you are, right? But when it comes to trading, you guys have this lack of patience, which I don't understand where it comes from. You have lack of patience, and then you have zero commitment. I don't know, how do you expect to make it? Or just maybe the main problem is that I make it look too easy. Maybe that's the main problem. But trust me, it's not. The reason why I say so is because I get so many messages every day. People saying, Coach, I want to learn this thing. Coach, I want to be like you. But when they finally get the platform to learn, then everything changes. The commitment is zero. I don't know what's actually going on. One thing I can assure you, you can never make it out of Forex if you're not committed to Forex, right? You spend most of your time doing other things. A day has about, we all given about 8 hours, whereby we get to be active in a day. 8 hours, right? And in your 8 hours, you're doing something else. You are studying or you're working. Unfortunately, that's what life is all about nowadays, right? I don't have a problem with that, but it's a problem now when you spend 8 hours of your time working or studying, and then you give Forex 30 minutes and you still expect to make it like me. You see, the industry is so broad that it's actually enough for everyone. It's actually enough for everyone. There's about 84 trillion South African rands rotating on the market on a daily basis. 84 trillion. Now, even if I can be greedy, there is nothing I can do about it. I can never get such an amount of money. You understand? Now, main problem with you guys is that you just want to make it like Coach, right? You want to live in these nice houses like Coach. But commitment, zero. Believe, zero. You only believe because you see me driving a G63. You only believe because you see me living this life, and then you want to be like me. But you don't want to make the sacrifices that I've made before. You know, you guys are not committed to the chart. You spend 8 hours of your time doing other things, and then you give Forex 30 minutes. What do you expect? I used to give the graph 8 hours of my time, probably more than 12 hours back in the days, and then other things 30 minutes, right? And that's just what success is all about. It's all about commitment, sacrifice, and being patient, right? And being the best in foreign exchange does not mean that you must leave the kind of job that you're doing now or stop studying. Nah, it's not about that. It's about understanding that what you put in the graph is what you get in return. If you invest 1% of your time on the graph, you'll get 1% return. Now, please, stop blaming other people for your failures. Because I know there are so many people who have tried this thing and then failed, and then they're blaming it on me. Come on, bro. Come on. When I was studying this thing, when you were busy with girls up and down. Ladies, when I was studying this thing, when you guys were busy with guys up and down, or you were busy with other things up and down. Now, when it's time for me to actually reap what I've invested to reap the rewards finally. Now it looks like I'm telling you guys things which are not there. This thing is simple. Show your commitment to the graph, and then the graph will forever be thankful for you. Today, even when I'm not trading, I know the day which I'm going to be trading, I'm going to make money. And regardless of how you follow my steps, for as long as you are jumping certain steps, you will never reach as far as I've reached. Trust me. So if you really want to make it in the foreign exchange industry, beginners, one thing you must know, you must be patient. The same way you have been patient for over 21 years of your life going to school. 21 years. Others have been working for 21 years even. They are still patient. But when it comes to Forex, just 3 months, 6 months, this thing is not working. What do you expect? Yeah? What do you expect? You're not committed. 8 hours of your day, that's where your brain gets to be most, it gets to be at its useful state. 8 hours. The first 8 hours of your day. And then you have taken that 8 hours and then you have invested in something different. Yet still, month end, you want the graph to do miracles. No, bro. Month end, you will get the salary that you worked for. Month end, you will get the test results that you have been studying for. That's what you'll get. There's no miracle. It involves hard work. Making it in the industry involves hard work, commitment, patience. That's what I was all about. Now I can go a week without taking a look at the news. I won't get affected. But you, as a beginner, how do you sleep not taking a look at the news? What's happening out there? How do you sleep not opening the chart? How's the market going today? Not that you'll be trading, just taking a look. It's good for your knowledge. I used to do that back in the days. But now, you guys want to join Forex today, 3 months, you want to drive a nice car. Doesn't work like that, bro. Doesn't work like that. And scammers even notice that you guys want quick money. That's why there are so many pastors right now who are praying for miracles, apparently. And that's why there are so many Forex institutions right now which are offering to teach you guys how to trade and make you guys rich very fast. Because that's the concept which you guys want. You don't want hard work. You want something which is going to give you money very fast. In the foreign exchange industry that I work in, it doesn't work like that way. Trust me, for you to be the best, you have to work like the best. For you to be the best, you have to be different. How different are you? I'm very different from everyone else, trust me. Very, very different. Even back in the days, those whom I used to share the student accommodation with, they know that when I was doing the Forex stuff, I didn't want anybody on my side. That's how much I believed in this graph alone. And it's funny how you guys are not committed to it today, yet still you want miracles. I can assure you, if you have joined FBK and you are still sitting, continue sitting. My son, Coach Junior, will even surpass you, be over 10 years, learn how to trade, and be a millionaire right in front of your watch. Why? Because you're not committed, you're not patient. What you're investing in Forex is not enough to give you the returns that you want. You know, you have to make sacrifices at some point. And I can't tell you when to be making sacrifices. It's up to you. So that even when it doesn't work out, you only have yourself to blame. So stop blaming other people for your failures. Stop sitting on the information and then after blaming people for your failures. Look at your life, look at your time, look at your commitment. Where you invest your time, that's where you should expect results. If you are spending 10 minutes or 30 minutes on the graph or Forex related stuff, expect nothing in return. Simple. You don't have to blame other people for your failures. So I hope the message was clear, as I'll be celebrating 4 years on the 3rd of April. 4 years of trading Forex market. And in my life, I've never had a CV, and I don't intend on having any CV. And remember, you only believed in me because you saw me achieving, not the other way around. Meaning that I had to achieve on my own without you. So We also have people who will talk about us behind the back. But for as long as you're not there in 2016 when I was hustling alone, 2017 when I was hustling with my boys, then for all I care, you can fuck off. For tax, son. But nonetheless, traders and future investors, high five. I'm inspired too, and keep up the good work. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Mal.